Right, so I left you in suspense. We're going to create our logout script now, and then we're going to test if we're allowed access to our user area once we're logged out. The logout script is ridiculously simple. All we really need to do is we need to first of all start the session. I mean, we've already started the session in our functions.php page, but for a logout page we don't really need to include that again because we're connecting to our database and we're setting functions that we don't really need to use, so you're slowing down your scripts for no reason at all. If you don't need to include a full page, you just need to use one command from it. Just simply type it. You don't need to go including pages, you don't need the things. So first we're going to destroy our session, and that's as simple as saying session destroy. You might have known that, you might have not. With unsetting cookies it's a bit different. Notice I've used the word unset. I haven't actually said destroy because we can't actually destroy a cookie. All we can do is cleverly reverse the process of our cookie already created. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say set cookie. You might think that's a bit weird, resetting this cookie, but what we're going to do is we're going to use the same name, the same element name as before, so that's username. Remember in login we used our username here. Instead of now setting it to username, I'm going to set it to, you might have guessed, absolutely nothing. So we're blanking this cookie out. Then what we're doing is we're setting it to the time, but instead of adding on 7,200 seconds, and remember, bear in mind, to unset a cookie you need it to match this value, but instead of using a plus, what we're going to do is we're going to use a minus. So we're cutting this cookie back to a minus amount, and therefore it's automatically destroyed and will no longer be valid because it is in fact in minus time. You can't set a cookie with a time limit in the past. Okay, so now we're going to just redirect the user out. It's probably just polite to redirect them back to our login.php page, which is our start page that we've become used to. Okay, so let's test this out then. We're logged in at the moment. This page hasn't changed. We haven't edited anything on here. All we're going to do is click log out, and we've been redirected back to our login page. Now notice this hasn't redirected us back to our user area script because we have in fact been logged out, and now when I try to access our user area.php, I'm automatically redirected back to login, so I don't have any access to that. Again, what I can do now is say Alex and 123 is my password, click login, and I'm logged in. And then again, it's exactly the same process. I can't have access back to the login.php page. Now, the most important part of this tutorial is the fact we need to test out our Remember Me feature. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for 1 second. Okay, so I paused the video for a second and I've closed off all my browser windows except this one. So this is the only browser window I've got open. Bear in mind, like I said before, when you destroy a session, the way to destroy a session is to close all your browser windows, then your session is destroyed. So I'm going to log in with my password, and I'm not going to check Remember Me. So what this does inside our script, if Remember Me doesn't equal anything, we'll just be setting a session. Therefore, when I close this window, close my browser altogether, we shouldn't be logged in when we come back to it. So if I click log on or log in, we're logged in successfully. Now I'm going to close this. Right, so yeah, I'm going to close this. Do you want Firefox to save your tabs? Yeah, I might just say save and quit. And then we've got context open here. What I'm going to do is now reopen Firefox and refresh. Oh, I'm still logged in. Okay, let's check this again. I'm going to say quit, log back in, or reopen your browser, come to localhost, PHP Academy tutorials, and back to the login page. And funnily enough, although we were logged in before, we now have access to the login page again because we've closed our browser. So if I now try and access user area, I'm no longer allowed. Therefore, by just closing my browser, my session was terminated. Now I'm going to try logging in. Alex123, and I'm going to check remember me. I'm then going to click login. Our login was successful. We're not allowed to access the login page as we're already logged in. Now presumably now we're logged in with cookies. Therefore, when I close my browser, and remember our cookie has been set for 48 hours, which is 7,200 seconds. I'm going to open Firefox. I'm going to navigate back to my login page, and I've automatically been redirected to user area, and that signifies that our cookie is still set and I'm still not allowed access to the login.php until I log out. So basically what I've just done now is I have proved that by checking remember me, we are still logged in when we reopen our browser, and by not checking remember me, we're logged out as soon as we close the browser. And that is the difference, the fundamental difference between sessions and cookies. And this is really useful when you're using a remember me style login script. So that's basically everything I have to share with you. We've created a mini login system but incorporated our remember me, took some security features and put this back into here. I know I've had a few comments on the YouTube page on my YouTube channel recently with people saying about security features, so I'm going to try and incorporate these more into my videos and help you guys out in that way, as well as teaching you PHP. Okay, so I hope this tutorial was useful. If you'd like me to expand on it, then just let me know. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube already, please hit the yellow subscribe button. It really does help. Every subscriber does count, and you'll also be updated with new videos that I create. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and obviously there'll be some more coming soon. So thanks a lot guys, bye bye.